I am Boxx at Boxx Dota on Twitter, and this is Larry David at LD Dota on Twitter, and we are casting mouz versus CLG for the what is this again?
It is the game replay, or it's the game replays Dota 2 Replays Brawl tournament, which
Cool.
has not really been getting much coverage, unfortunately. But
Give it
features
some
a lot of
love.
the same teams.
Give it some
You
love,
see it in
man.
the defense in the Premier League, so who cares what name the teams are playing under? It's still the same game, still the same players.
Esports,
So-
baby.
So yeah, exactly, man. So I don't see any surprises here at the bans. These are probably the four most standard bans you could have. mouz loving that Tidehunter. They're immediately going to pick it up.
No tiny ban. I'm surprised.
And CLG is confident. They go for the same picks again. I mean, I think their draft is identical to the last game.
Yeah.
Or no, they didn't have the Venomancer, did they? I think they had the Windrunner instead.
No, mouz had Veno.
Yeah, so that's the only difference. But I mean, so obviously, when you see a team draft the exact same way 2 games in a row, they're either stubborn. I don't think CLG is too stubborn. They're stupid. They don't realize that whatever they did is a bad strategy, or they're just confident that they didn't execute properly, and that's the only reason they lost. So, guessing that the execution is the main reason that they're going with the similar picks again. And Saint loves this Tiny. I mean, if they keep on winning games with him, I wonder what they'll do if he gets banned. Because honestly, mouz has not been that successful lately, at least from when I've watched them. They're not doing well in the Premier League at all. Obviously, they're out of the defense. I don't know if there are any other major tournaments going on right now besides this one. So hopefully they can hang on and show us some good games. That was a real exciting game to watch. I'd rather see an action-packed 15-minute game than a snoozer that just goes 60 minutes while IM farms full inventory.
Yeah,
So,
that was fun to watch. It was fun to cast, and man, watching Tiny dominate it's always a good time, man. I mean, and the way Sing Sing plays him, like we were commenting on during the last game, he throws his teammates into the fight, the ones that have these abilities like Tidehunter's Ravage or his Gush or Venomancer's Gale or his ultimate, and it's, I don't know, man. It's
a free Blink Dagger,
Yeah.
Or a free Force Staff for the team. It's got really long range too. I mean, especially because if they're in range and you start the toss and then they like blink or walk out of range, if you're far enough along, it'll complete the toss anyway. So you can end up seeing someone get thrown like 2,000 units. Pretty insane.
Yeah, and it's a Blink Dagger that does like 150 damage, right?
Yeah, and it doesn't, you don't have to buy it, so you get that off the bat. So I'm a little surprised to see this Sand King ban in particular here, because they already have 2 melee heroes, and I just don't think they'd have very good lanes if they went with the Sand King. But concerned about the team fight and just the chain stunning coming out from mouz, so he does get banned. And Omni Knight getting a little love. Every time I play against that hero in a pub game, I lose, like exclusively. That hero is such a pain in the ass.
Hold on one
really
second.
strong.
Keep going. I'm gonna get some coffee. Sorry.
Boxx literally falling asleep at the keyboard here. That's okay though. So in terms of the picks, neither team opting to go for a carry yet or any sort of late game. It's all about the push right now. Enchantress is in the pool. I wonder if we'll see mouz go towards that. Pretty decent counter to the Chen early. Gives you some good DPS later on. Might see an Ancient Apparition to counter that Chen's global heal and just generally being a nuisance with the mechanism. So we'll see how they elect to go. I'm trying to think what else they could go towards. Riki wouldn't necessarily be bad. All these heroes are pretty squishy, and the Smoke Cloud really is a pain in the butt to deal with when you're playing Shadow Shaman. You also have the Tiny and the Tidehunter to help you initiate and get set up. So let's see. I'm gonna open up my handy Dota 2 decks here, so I can actually see the hero pool. This is the only thing I dislike about Captain's Mode right now, is you can't see the heroes that are in the pool as the teams are picking, so you have to go off of memory. They're going to go with Mirana again, so I mean CLG, it's very rare to see a team pick identically to the previous game. And I believe they would have taken the Windrunner. Oh well, they couldn't take the Windrunner here, so they go with the Potom instead. So, I mean, trading a Potom for Windrunner, they're pretty similar heroes, especially early on. They both generally want to be in that sort of solo, farming position. Let's see. So what will be the reply from mouz? Guessing they'll look towards some sort of support. They really don't have much right now.
5 seconds remaining.
For anyone who's wondering, I believe Obsidian Destroyer is banned in this version. I don't think he's pickable.
Time.
So, Bounty Hunter's still in the pool. That's a decent hero to pick up against the Mirana. You know, it gives you that chasing power, gives your team a lot of gold, helps you counter that Mirana ultimate. But they do need the support, and they go with the Crystal Maiden. Not a bad choice. Venge is still in the pool as well. Although, you know, I'm not sure. She would probably fit in pretty well, CLG. Maybe we'll see a Navi style carry VS. This mouse lineup here just has a lot of, both teams have a lot of just early game bursts and damage. Very annoying to deal with. Oh, and lifesteal. I like this pick. It synergizes well with Chen. Something cool you can, as well as Murano to a lesser extent, something cool you can do is infest one of Chen's creeps and then pop out of it and kill someone. So let's say he has a stunning creep. You know, that creep can walk up next to an enemy hero and then Nyx pops out, or the lifestealer pops out rather, and drops the open wounds and just goes to work.
And I'm back.
So I was just talking about the synergy between Chen and Lifestealer, with, you know, Lifestealer being able to infest the creeps. He's also going to be good against all these nukers. I mean, right now Mouse has 4 heroes that are pretty much relying on magical damage exclusively. You know, Sing Sing might want to go with that carry Tiny, but it takes a while for him to actually start right-clicking hard. So
Yeah.
if Lifestealer gets off to a good start, that could be a big problem.
Yeah, Lifestealer, if he gets big, he's pretty hard to stop.
Yeah, and especially when you're dealing with a team that's almost exclusively magical damage, like this Mouse lineup.
Yeah, Rage will be pretty rough against this squad.
And if he ever gets a BKB, good luck killing that guy, because then he'll have 20 seconds of magical immunity. You pop the Rage, when the Rage wears off, you pop the BKB. The cooldown on Rage is 10 seconds, so that first BKB charge, when it wears off, you just pop Rage again. So if he ever gets towards that, he's going to be invincible against those 4 heroes. They need some sort of a carry, or at least a damage dealer. I mean, Tiny's nice, but he's all burst damage. He's nothing sustained after that.
I think they should pick up Void here. That's my opinion. I don't know if that's maybe the best thing that they could do, but that would definitely, well...
They go with another support. They're going all in on these
Yeah.
bursty nukers. Maybe they'll go with like a carry style VS like we've seen Navi do a couple times. I'm a little surprised that Mouse didn't pick up, say, an Ancient Apparition instead of that CM. Just because you're dealing with a Chen, it's always nice to have that A ultimate preventing the Chen heals.
Yeah, I mean, get an Ancient Apparition and get some Arcane Boots on him. You know what I mean? It's basically like 4 times better than Crystal Maiden, right?
Yeah, so with a Crystal... I mean, we have 3 traditional support heroes on this team. I want to say 3.5, because sometimes you see Windrunner in the support role. CM, Venge, Windrunner, as well as Tide, all can play support.
Mouse just bombing it into the Radiant jungle.
Yeah, they're streaming in, and they might run into CLG here. A Chen at level 1 is not very useful. All he can do is send an ally back to base and right-click a little bit, and he's not going to have any creep, so... If they do get in range, this is definitely going to be a wand fight for Mouse. They're doing some shenanigans here. Trixie hiding himself behind a tree. It looks like they want him to sort of pop out from around the corner. It's like some Counter-Strike 1.6 style action. Oh, he's going to loop around the trees. I don't know if they even spotted him, but they are staying pretty far back, so they should be okay. Almost in range of the Gush. Not quite, though.
30 seconds to battle.
So, what is with Miracle's items? He's got 600 gold. He hasn't spent anything, and he's got the wards that a support gave him to ward off that pole camp. So, is he going for a naked bottle? Or what's he spending his money on? Looks like he forgot to buy his items, so that would explain that. I was wondering if maybe we'd see like a Sacred Relic Rush, just naked, something exciting like that, but unfortunately not the case.
And here comes the
The
little
battle
donkey.
begins.
I'm having some Toby obsessions here. Clip clop, clip clop.
Yeah, so Ake going to be defensive jungling, very defensively. He's not even getting anywhere near these camps. Mouse really wants to set something up on this bottom lane. They've got the 2, supports between the Crystal Maiden and the VS hiding in the woods, as well as the hasted Windrunner running down to bot. They might catch Miracle, but, you know, Windrunner with the haste is nice. It's going to be hard to kill him with that leap, though. We'll have to see. But I think because of where this creep wave is, Miracle will be just fine, at least for a wave or two.
Yeah, she took the leap first as well.
Mouse does smoke up, and there are no Radiant Wards anywhere nearby, so let's see if they look to roam mid. They're probably going to look for this Chen. I don't think they can kill him by themselves, and especially if the creep's there doing a little bit of auto attack damage and some nuking, it can turn around pretty easily. Maybe going to set something up on Pycat, so Sing Sing going to be happy that he's getting a little help this time around.
Here it comes.
This is going to be a first blood.
Yep. There he goes. And I am 2 for 2 on first bloods, buddy.
Yeah, that's already beating my world record of 0 for a billion, so good work for you. So Pycat probably not too happy about that. Sing Sing did start with a bottle. I think he started with a bottle. He's sending it back to base. He's already got his boots. So Tiny with boots and bottle at 1 minute 30 seconds is actually quite terrifying, especially when you're Shadow Shaman who doesn't even have his boots yet.
Take a look at Trixie on top here. I think he's going to go down, especially with this
He's
creep.
going to go down, but
Yep.
the supports are coming in the rear. Maybe they can get something in return.
Yeah.
Rexy, not sure if he wants to go in, or maybe getting fogged. Not really sure what's going on there. Looks like he's going to
Wow,
back off.
yeah. Huh, they could have made something of that if...
Yeah, you say that, but you know, whenever you're dealing with a Chen, it's really more like 4 heroes this early on. I mean, look at that creep. It's got triple the health of the VS and the CM, and it hits pretty hard too. So, in fact, it hits harder than either of those heroes.
That's true.
It's always scary fighting a Chen early on like that.
Just gonna
Saints
do
gonna go for this bottom room.
Just gonna do a quick farm check here. Looks like Sing Sing 5 to 1. Pycat, even though getting ganked out early, is beating Sing Sing mid.
I go to grab my drink, and next thing I know, there's a kill top.
Oh, I missed that one.
It's gonna be
Sorry.
the VS that goes down. The way Mouse's lineup is constructed, they really have to just crush this early game. And they're actually down 2-1. They got the first blood, so I want to say it's only a slight advantage to CLG right now. But Mouse needs a big advantage to come through after the early to mid game. So they're gonna have to pick it up, figure out something else to do.
He wasn't able to do anything with it. Tiny, too fast with those boots.
Yeah, in terms of the supports levels though, CM might be getting into some trouble. Okay, it does manage to hit level 2, so beating that Earthshaker from last game for CLG by about 5 minutes here. In terms of hitting that level 2.
Sexy Bamboo has just been having a really hard time on this Windrunner. Last game it was against Veno, and this game against Miracle on Mirana. Just kind of getting dominated in these lanes.
Well, I mean, he's last hitting better than Miracle. I guess he's getting harassed a little more.
Yeah.
That's what consumables are for. Interestingly, he could have gone for the boots, but he goes for the Blades of Attack first.
Just as I say that,
he might pick Miracle off with the power shot here. Now Miracle gonna... No, just gonna miss. Saint Sing completely monopolizing his team's courier. This guy's been watching way too much Pinoy Dota. Is the courier just permanently a fixture mid waiting to ferry his bottle back if he doesn't get the rune?
Yeah, for anybody that isn't familiar with how the Pinoy play Dota, they love that bottle crow. I mean, that is literally what they do all day,
he might
every day.
kill the Centaur. This will be a huge pick-off.
Nice.
Oh, that's a...
Wow.
Not only is it 70 gold, that's a lot of experience for Sing Sing, so... a little bit unfortunate for Chen. Couldn't send that creep home.
Yeah, he should have sent that home. I don't know why he was running around with it.
Yeah, as far as just to add on to that comment about Pinoy Dota, not only do they like to bottle crow, or even bottle chicken in some cases, but they'll often have like 3 or 4 couriers going simultaneously, and multiple heroes bottle crowing. Luminous is not a big fan of it, but I think it's pretty cool. I like doing it in pubs. It seems to work out well for me. Until my team starts yelling at me because they can never use the walking courier.
Yeah.
In my case, it's often walking longer than it should be.
If you ever play with LD, make sure you get your own courier.
Yeah, so we see Lifestealer already up to 23 creeps. This is looking like it's going to be trouble for Mouse.
I think
This guy's got a lot of farm. He's not dying.
Get his
he can
treads
easily
first.
carry any of these heroes. Yeah, Venomancer roaming mid. Interesting that there's no ward top.
Yeah.
as their what were 2 or 3 heroes there earlier.
This is the
guess they were-
this is the second failed gank on Tiny. First was from the Chen, and now from the Veno.
Well, now he's got phase boots, so good luck catching this guy without impeccable chain stunning. They actually rotate Nakes down, or Lifestealer down to the bottom lane. Normally you wouldn't see that Lifestealer laning against a
Oh,
Windrunner.
Sing. I don't think this is gonna work out the way that you wanted it to, buddy.
Look how fast he is with those phase boots, though. He's actually probably going to get away here. At the very least, he's going to provide us some entertaining Benny Hill style chase. Running, where is this man going? He's going to go all the way around, back up the other side. So once again, we see 4 heroes just chasing to the ends of the earth to get Sing Sing. Could kill Miracle.
Yeah, I think you get a kill here.
Kill
No.
Miracle.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't go far.
Wow.
This is dangerous. That leap is very... oh, he doesn't have mana. He's got the 1-1 charge, but I think he wants to save it. Did he just juke Miracle?
Oh my god.
Did they know he's down there?
Yeah, okay, they know.
This is great. Quality
Oh,
entertainment.
and he almost kills Miracle.
Meanwhile, in a more serious note, Sexy Bamboo does pick off that Lifestealer bottom.
I'm
Oh.
winded.
I just got the tail end of that, but I was too excited about that chase.
That was quite a chase. So, Podcat has the wards up. Will he look to push this tower is the question. As I say that, action bottom.
Yeah. Dement thought he was gonna get out of there clean, but didn't happen.
Yeah, so they're not, you know, I was wondering if they might run this VS as more of a carry, but sitting on 1 creep and level 4 at 7 minutes doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Saint Saint headed bottom. He's ganking pretty early for Tiny. Normally, you'd like to see a Tiny, or it's more common anyway, I should say, to see a Tiny hit level, 8 or 9, max out his combos damage before he gets really aggressive like this. And I think the issue is they want Rexy to get some levels. They know that they need that swap to really keep the ganking going, so they're sending Tiny out to roam a little bit.
Let's take a quick look at the gold graph here, and it's pretty close. A little over 500, so maybe about 600 difference in favor of the Radiant.
Which is really nothing this early on,
Yeah.
especially because nobody's lost a tower yet. 1 or 2 hero kills, and that's completely turned around.
Smoked
So
up
3
mid.
minute smoke gank, yeah. I wonder where they're going to go. Probably going to head towards bottom. Matcher might be in a bit of a pickle here. In fact, almost certainly going to die. Yep, Matchroom should be going down.
Yep, here we go.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
it's going to go down. Rexy getting thrown under the bus or into the tower, whatever you want to call it. This could be bad for the... I'm not sure who it's going to be bad for, actually. Lifesteal is pretty scary in this situation. Seems to be really aggressive.
Really deep. Wow.
That was one of the few times where, he probably should have just Ava-tossed
Yeah.
on top of the hero instead of tossing the hero away. But Mirana's going to
He's gonna pay for it now. It's gonna be 2 for 2 trade.
Some sick jukes coming out for Mouse today, but they're still going to die anyway. I don't know how Bamboo confused them for that long. That was
Was
pretty
that a 2
sexy,
for
I must
3?
say.
Was that a 1 for 3? Man, I'm just not.
The heroes are respawning so fast, it's really hard to tell. I'm just going to go by the gold graph and see that it's actually going way up for the Radiant, so I'm taking it they won that engagement, and they're going to get a tower out of it, which is the more important thing.
Dire's bottom tower was under attack.
Lifestealer, not with actually getting out-farmed by the Tide on an enemy team, but Shadow Shaman also getting a lot of creeps. So,
Tower has
all in all, I'd say the Radiant in a very strong position to, come back and take this to a game 3 right now. The key is going to be if Tiny can get a Blink Dagger up, or some sort of ability to initiate better, maybe 4-step.
Podcast gonna go down here. Oh wow, blows a Ravage for it. Well,
I really don't think that was necessary.
I hang a coral reef.
I don't know,
on
man.
your grave.
I don't know.
Maybe he thought he could catch the Venomancer and Matchroom just stayed out of range. Not sure what the thought process was there. But the roster wars are down, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I I trust these guys enough to... I don't know. I don't think he'd blow Ravage in that situation unless he was trying to go for more than one kill. I
So
don't
we
know.
see 3 mouse heroes literally standing on top of a Radiant ward. Miracle going to do the wise thing and back off. Arrow going to hit a... Arrow is going to hit Trixie, actually, and they could really use the Ravage now.
Yep.
Too bad it's down.
Yeah. That would have been their fight to win if they had the Ravage.
Yeah, and they really cannot afford to be losing these early engagements or even breaking even. They need to get off to a quick start. It's just not happening for them this game, man. Bamboo completely whiffing these power shots. I don't think this is the best Windrunner performance we've seen.
No, it's far from over, but I'd say if they don't have at least
Dire's middle tower
some pressure on a tier 3 tower in the next 10 minutes, Nyx is going to be looking a lot bigger.
And the Mirana, don't forget about her
Yeah,
either.
that's true.
But let's see here. Windrunner going to go down. The exchange will be on the Shadow Shaman, so a reasonably even trade there. Both were soloing, getting a decent amount of farm.
Radiant's top tower.
Wards were wasted. Mouse farms them up, so I guess Mouse came out ahead there. But the tower took a lot of damage. And meanwhile, while this is all going on, Loda is free farming bottom, and 5 Dire heroes occupied mid. This is, the annoying thing about Chen and Shadow Shaman in the early to mid game is you really have to devote more heroes to them to keep them down. So if they have 3 mid, you probably have to send 4 to deal with those wards and those Chen creeps. Just a massive wall of units and things that are hitting your tower, bearing down on you constantly.
Do you think
Dire's bottom tower was under
Nyx is going to
attack.
go for an armlet this game?
It's pretty rare not to see a Nyx go for an armlet. I don't really know what else he maybe could. If he's farming really well, you can see a Hanamitis, you can see him rush like in Suckeress.
Pycat
Or
going to go
even a
down mid.
Maelstrom.
Dement's
Ravage
also going to
blown
go down.
again. Oh wait, well, might get Matchroom out of it. But still, a 2-for-1 and a Ravage blown. It's a decent trade, but it's expensive. These kills are not coming cheap for Mouse.
Oh, I missed the kill top.
Yeah, the kill's happening literally simultaneously. Players are doing their best to troll us.
Windrunner took down Mirana with the help of VS.
In terms of gold, Radiant is already at a 2,000 gold lead, so they have to be feeling.
Got another
pretty good.
engagement going on mid. Chen goes down,
Radiant's top
and Nyx is going to get away. Pops rage, runs.
I'm really looking forward to these infest antics. It's a lot of fun in pub games, and I think it's very viable in pro games as well. They don't have the best heroes for it, but Chen creeps are pretty good to hop into with infest. So we'll have to see when they look to start doing that. I think for now, Lifesteal is just going to farm and use it as an escape mechanism. But later on in the game, hopefully we'll get to see some fun infest plays.
Yeah, if this was Navi instead of Shadow Shaman, they would have picked up a Storm Spirit and would have been a little bit more fun, but they could still do it. Oh, there's the toss in on Matchroom, and he quickly goes down to Crystal Maiden and the Tide, as well as
They
that toss
finally get
damage.
this mid tower. They've been beating their heads against this wall forever. And the headache has subsided. The tower is finally down. Look at this Crystal Maiden, man. She's just got the money for her boots. 14 minutes into the game. She is level 8, so she's getting the levels, but she's definitely not getting the farm that she wants.
Yeah, just doing a quick farm check here, and it looks like Radiant is absolutely in the lead of farm. There isn't any kind of distribution on farm for the Dire, and just as I say that and check farm, there's going to be an engagement mid here, I think, so I'll stop right there.
I believe they're waiting for the Ravage to cool down. There's 8 seconds left on it. It'll be up by the time this fight really gets going. Ake's going to drop instantly, and they may just be content with that. Now they're going to continue chasing Loda.
Yeah, they need to
retreat.
take him down, man. He's escaped too many of these engagements, and I'm not sure if they're going to be able to here.
Oh, that was a nice
Yeah.
infest by Loda here. Actually popped into a creep and dodged the Ravage as a result. Thinks he might be in trouble. This Venomancer ult doing work on him. Unfortunately, the Satyr Hellcaller doesn't have mana for
Oh, it pops the
nuke.
regen. He might be able to do something here.
Yeah, we're probably going to see him circle around, and Miracle might be running into his death. No, he's going to back off. Sexy Bamboo camped out on the high ground, waiting for someone to run away. This is probably going to be a kill for him. Really nice heads-up play by him.
That was great.
That's one of my favorite places to gank. You know, you get to see just into the lane, and normally people don't expect you to be there. So whenever a hero's retreating or coming into the lane, you can easily pick them off.
Sadly there, I mean, for mouz, again, they did not pick up the Nyx, and he goes back to free farming. And he's really close to his armlet.
Yeah, he's getting close to the armlet, which is not really great farm in the standard game, but nobody's farming particularly well in this one.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what you get from the disruption of the dire lineup here.
Is under attack.
But here's the potentially game-changing item about to be picked up. Sing Sing's only 50 gold away from his Blink Dagger. In fact, he has it now. So, if he can make some things happen with that, then this is really what mouz has been waiting for. And they've already been aggressive. Expect to see that triple as soon as he picks that item up.
Yeah.
Tiny's built around getting that quick blink and just constantly one-shotting heroes every 20 seconds.
We have some Radiant heroes smoked up here in the mid area. I'm not sure. Okay, they're going to rotate top, and this is not looking good for mouz.
This is going to be a disastrous fight for mouz.
Yeah.
In fact, it's going to be 2 heroes down.
Yeah, 2 for nil. Yep. And they'll transition that into a top push.
Judged lacking.
I mean, it's going to be a trade. They should be able to take the bottom tower unless one of the CLG heroes decides to TP. But I think they might just be content trading. Mirana does TP down there, and I think it was a horrible decision.
Oh, well, now they have 4 coming, so Trixie may go down here. Gonna try and TP out, I think.
Yeah, they.
Nope, just gonna sit there.
They want something for this.
Probably gonna pop
Wow.
the red. Oh, that's great.
Wow. What a great turnaround.
So Trixie was
Unbelievable.
stalling in order to give Sing Sing a chance for his combo to cool down. We might see a quad kill for Tiny here. Needs to toss the... They need to get vision of this lifesteal. He's doing a great job of fogging them both, but it's not going to be enough.
Finally take him
Quad
down.
kill for Tiny.
Wow.
They knew Tiny had the Blink Dagger, or at least they should have, because he showed himself in the lane. They elected to TP in anyway. Really should have just canceled the TPs. They don't even get the top tower, and it's going to be denied, so... Massive loss there.
Windrunner actually picked off Chen top, so that was actually a full team wipe.
Yeah, they just didn't come fast enough to get the official rampage. Sing Sing doing a little bit of alt chat shenanigans here.
Wow, that's pretty bad manner. It's almost
something we didn't see earlier today.
It's
from, Navi
almost
MDG,
worse than
so.
me saying nice try last night.
Yeah, Boxx is pretty rude. I can't approve of these sorts of behaviors in pub games. So at this point, mouz can really push towers aggressively. The reason is that Sing Sing has this Blink Dagger. So if you get anywhere near the tower, he's just going to blink it and kill you instantly. Or just toss a teammate in who will, set him up for a kill.
We got an
So
infest
even
here
though they
from
don't have
Nyx.
great pushing
There he is.
powers, he can still push pretty well. Yeah, Trixie doesn't have the ultimate, and they might just have to give him up. I really think they should just let him die and back off. Sing Sing's going to man up. I don't think this is the right
This is a
decision.
bad decision.
Yeah, well, Arrow's going to come in. No, that's... What am I thinking? That's a Radiant Arrow. That's not going to hit anything.
He's just so
Sing Sing
tanky,
probably
man.
Should be able to escape. Should be able to escape if he can blink down. Is going to blink down.
1,461 HP, level 13, and he is hard to kill.
Will he go towards Naganims? That's really what I'm curious about. Might pick off Loda here. Is he going to go? Oh, Loda. Where's the... Oh, Sing Sing not comboing properly. That would have been a huge kill. They
Yeah,
probably
would
would have done some work to this tower as well. But instead, they're going to have to back off.
I hope they back off.
This is one
Bamboo.
of the issues I've had when with watching mouz's plays. They often get kind of sloppy and don't really follow through on early leads. So hopefully they're going to play a little bit smarter from here on out. Sing Sing doing some feeding here from the looks of it. Yeah, just going to be it's a nice swap by Rexy. Might turn this around. Sing Sing probably should go back in.
Absolutely.
Oh, great combo.
Get
That's
Loda.
insane.
Wow. Great swap from Vengeful Spirit. And that was definitely heads-up play.
This is the, well, all set up by Rexy. Did a great job bailing Sing out from what looked like a sure feed there. And really the mark of a great Tiny player is always maximizing the damage of your nuke. Sometimes that means tossing and avalanching the same hero, but often it means tossing one hero into another and then avalanching both of them. We see Sing doing it time and again. And, you know, goes for the Mask of Madness, so this is that pub build I was telling you about. And apparently he feels confident enough in it to, you know, start demoing it in these pro games here. So I hope it works. I love watching a Tiny just go to work with Mask of Madness. Aghanim should be the next item.
Yeah. If he picks up Aghanims in this game, that'll be really, really funny.
Apparently Mouse thinks this game is over. I mean, it's only a... You know, it is a 6,000 gold lead, which is a good amount for this early on, but you're dealing with a Nyx as well as a Chen, so...
They're talking a lot of trash for... I would consider it still pretty close. I mean, like you said, Nyx, if he gets big, man, and it only takes a couple kills, this could totally turn around. You know, I don't mean to say this, but I kind of hope that that it happens. You know?
Well, I always like to see a close competitive series, so, you know, going to Game 3 would not be a bad thing here. You know, and who knows, maybe these teams have bad blood between each other, maybe it's all in good fun. I don't really see CLG laughing right now, so they might not be quite as amused. Pipe is up on Trixie, by the way, which is a huge pickup against this Venomancer, Shadow Shaman, and Mirana. That's a lot of nuke damage.
Yeah, just taking a look at the item,
so passive.
The item progression here. Chen still does not have his mech at 22 minutes in. Mirana doesn't have really anything, just 2 Wraith Bands. Matrim doesn't have anything, still working on his treads. Pycat working on that BKB. And for the Dire side, we've got some really good items. Drum on Vengeful Spirit. And I'm going to shut up now. Yeah.
Rexy going to eat the arrow here, but the Ravage is available. Will they blow it? They can't use it yet because Nyx is still raged. It's about to wear off. They really... Oh, the Ravage hitting a bunch of heroes. Pretty nice work. They don't have detection from this Mirana ult, though. I think this fight is not going to go the way that Mouse wants it to. They're just not able to focus anyone down. This is really where Nyx, or the Lifestealer, shines. If you can't bring him down right away, they'll just slowly work your team down. He's too hard to kill, he steals too much health, and he does a lot of damage.
There's a hack shackle there.
Oh, he gets sent
good
back
infest.
to the fight. Okay, great work. Oh, was that infest?
He infested, and then Chen sent the creep back to base.
Oh, nice work. And then he gets the golden experience for that creep, so really well played.
that was great, man. And that's what CLG needs. They need more of that.
It all started with that arrow, but you know, Trixie really needs to hit that Ravage on the Lifestealer. It was nice. He wanted, you know, it's always a problem with, well, not a problem, but you know, something to think about with Tidehunters. They're going right back.
Yeah,
to the
CLG. CLG should have known this. They should have gotten back in position, and they're gonna get it.
Arrow might hit here again, though.
Nope.
Oh,
just barely.
Misses. That was as close as you could get. And they're actually going in 3 on 5. They are going to get the 1 kill. You know what? Everyone's just too hard to kill. Wait a second. Is Trixie infested?
Yeah. Trixie's infested.
Wait. You can't.
What?
No, he's back at base.
Oh.
He got sent back to base.
Okay.
Again. It looks like he was infested for some reason.
Man.
What balls of steel from Mouse here. They go in 3v5, they get the 2 kills, and now they're going to turn it into a push. Yeah, they did have the Aegis, so in a sense it's almost 4 on 5 there, but still, that's quite ballsy.
Yeah, that was poor communication from CLG. Nyx went in there and didn't have any support. And like you said, it was 3 on 5. They could have capitalized and probably been going the other way here.
And this was really the timing that Mouse needed to hit. It didn't look like they're going to be able to do it earlier on, but they're going for that Rex before Nyx can really get that next item up. He doesn't have the farm yet to take the team 105, but look how hard he's hitting. Tiny's got 2 lives, though. You really shouldn't be focusing him.
Where's this team, man?
Loda might go down here. No, he's going to get sent back to the fountain again.
Right?
Meanwhile,
I mean, where's this team?
Getting ready for round 2. Oh, I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I was asking you where his team is.
They're just afraid to go in because they know this Ravage Tiny combo is coming. It's only a matter of time. Actually, Ravage is on cooldown. Oh no, I didn't even check that.
Yeah.
The players definitely should have. He's actually going to get swapped out. Rexy with some clutch swaps this game. Sing goes down twice, though. That's going to be the end of this push. A big mistake by Mouse.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
He knows they need to win this fight, or can't afford to lose all these.
And there's
games.
the Ravage.
Comes out. This could be a double kill, maybe a triple kill for the team. Maybe not. Lifesteal doing so much work right now. Gets sent back to base again. I don't think. Oh no, actually infested the creep. I'm having trouble differentiating those two. Sing shows up though. That's gonna be the death of Lifestealer. Lifestealer buys back again. Not sure that he needed to, but
Radiant's bottom tower.
in any case, does it immediately. Matchroom's gonna drop. Might see Tiny go down. Oh, great toss, throwing him onto Pika, just do a little extra damage. I think
He'll
Sing
go down here. Oh, he should be able to blink. And
No,
yep.
has the blink. The tower goes down bottom,
Oh.
and he's gonna get away. That's definitely worth the buyback.
Pycott.
And they're gonna go right back in. Just relentless aggression from Mouse this game. I love it. I love seeing the style of play. And this is what they need to do. Their lineup will not, like, you can already see Lifesteal is almost too hard to handle, and all he's got is an armlet tread.
Yeah.
If he gets that one more item, be it defensive in the form of like a BKB or an Assault Caress or, just a straight damage item, he's just gonna chew through all of these heroes. Very smart. Just look at item progression. I expect to see Mouse strongly in the lead right now, off the backs of these towers and team fights they've been winning. Crystal Maiden and Venge were very underfarmed earlier on, but now we see Crystal Maiden in Arcane Boots, Bracer, and Ghost Scepter. Ghost Scepter, a fantastic counter to that Lifestealer. Basically what happens is he starts attacking you, he's committed to attack you, and he's a melee hero, so it's harder for him to change targets. And then you pop the Ghost Scepter, and now he's pretty much wasted his rage. Because he's really got to use that to be able to do anything in a fight. So it's a great pickup versus him. I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple more heroes get it.
I like this
Particularly
move.
this Vengeful Spirit.
Smoked up, and I think they're going to pick this Windrunner
Bamboo's
here.
going to be
but-
huge bait here. This is
Yes.
a massive turnaround. No Shackle Shot, though. But nonetheless, Rage is wasted. He's going to be sent back to base momentarily. No, he's going to infest a creep. It's lagging a little bit, at least on my end. But Tiny hitting so hard right now. Look at this mask of
He's
Tiny
out carrying the
Lord,
Nyx.
this man is a beast. Triple kill. Oh, he didn't get one of those. Misses the... they should just go for Rex. Sing, don't do it, man. Oh, he pulls back to Mirana. Huge plays by Sing.
Yes.
Good Lord.
Yes.
Sing out of control, and you have to expect this Tiny to get banned. Or at least be a consideration for ban the next time you play Mouse. You got to do something to deal with this guy. And, frankly, CLG made a lot of mistakes. Tiny shouldn't have been so effective early on. They had a pretty good lineup for dealing with him. Chen can send someone back to base if they get low. Mirana's got the leap and the invis. Lots of disables and slows all around. Nate's with the magic immunity. But, you make a few mistakes and the game completely turned once Sing got his Blink Dagger.
Yeah, I was just going to say that I think the story of CLG's loss here is missed opportunities, definitely.
And perhaps a little bit of over-aggression at times, too. Or just, not knowing when to commit and when to back off, miscommunications. Like, we saw that time after the Roshan. Well, a little action here, so I guess we shouldn't call the game until it's officially over. But the Ravage is up. This is not a good time to fight.
Yeah.
Oh, 4 here.
Sing's just too big, man.
It's not often that you see a Lifestealer getting outright clicked by a Tiny, but this is certainly one of those games. Sing should put this in his frag video.
Yeah.
Probably. Oh, nice power shot.
More for your money.
A lot of all check coming out from Mouse. I don't know if there's some bad blood between these teams. And all CLG is going to say is GG well played. So, a little bit better mannered perhaps than their opponents. But in any case, great. If one-sided, certainly an entertaining set of games to catch.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's
Are there any
bottom
more?
barracks has fallen.
Believe this is it for today. I will double check. Sadly, now that we're just getting into the group here.
Yeah.
Middle tower is under attack.
Well, I'm just gonna let this throne go down, and I'll keep the scoreboard up for a little bit. And but for now, I just want to thank Larry David for joining me on my stream. And we've been casting together for a few games now. But if anyone's not familiar, we're at Boxx Dota and at LD Dota on Twitter, and we will try and do our best to continue to cast great games like this for you in the future. And thanks a lot to our viewers for watching. Good games.
Yeah, all three of you guys, shout out to you. You're all awesome. I love you
Yeah.
guys.
Love you guys.
Pretty one-sided series, but props to mouz for, I haven't seen them play well in a while, but this was definitely a dominating display. And Sing Sing in particular, just so fucking good on that tiny. So, pleasure to cast with you, Boxx, as always.
Yep, you too.
This is LD and Boxx signing out. Thanks for watching, guys.
Good game.